I don't need help. Might need tape though. Excuse me. Hello, John. What are you creating? Thanks, Frank the Tank. Me too. I love not learning. Darrell, what's going on? Scott, how goes it? Painting all weekend. What did you paint? Did you come up with anything good, or just did you go through the old standards? Hello, AJ. What's new in Nebraska? Is the head still swollen from the mega bag? $62 and raining. Beautiful. Sam, catch one for us, bro. Catch one for us. What lake? What lake are we visiting today? Old standards. Gross. BBC, come on, bro. Don't give me that kind of run business. What's more important than the Tacklecraft program? Garbage. Lake Faison, is that how that's pronounced? Faison? No, never heard of it. Sounds like a hidden gem that's got big fat ones in it. Morgan, in fact, join us on the live stream tomorrow and get dumber. Not only will you not learn anything, but on tomorrow's stream, it's going to be extra special. You are going to leave dumber than you came. Tune in. Got to run into Casey's. Get you a little brisket slice. I hear you, bro. Oh, son, you up. Morgan, how's your luck treating you these days? I thought I was having a bad tear of luck. Morgan said, hold my beer. He said, I would be having a good day if I had your luck. I can't get any dumber. Well, perfect. Perfect. We got some all you hard bottom crankers out there will be happy to know that Builder Dude is he's been pumping out the Lexans. That's right. Lexan. This is a new one. It's like a I don't know what it's like. It's like a Wiggle Ward and a Bandit had a baby, kind of. It's pretty sexy. I'm looking for My version. Here's mine. But if you notice something about mine, notice anything weird about that? Besides the fact that it's got sticky hooks on it. Scott, what's wrong? Are you it's nothing health related or anything, is it? Or are you just busy with ball and stuff? I did. I triple dotted the I's, but Morgan, in fact, I never do that for my personal baits because I don't have time, and I don't waste that kind of time on myself, like on my own bait. But that one, I was just, I don't know if I was already doing other baits and I'd done, I was doing this with other baits. I don't know. And I did it for myself, and it's got glitter in it. I don't know what in the heck I was thinking, but I went full octane on this thing. Triple dotted I's, loaded it up with the juicy hooks. Never tested it. Well, then I went out there to throw my beautiful triple dotted I custom painted bait with glitter. Wouldn't swim. I said, oh boy. So I threw it in the corner, went about my business, and it bothered me. I said, I bet I can make that thing swim. And I took it home, started messing around with it, hit it with a cigarette lighter, did a little bendy on the lip, and oh boy, did that son of a bitch run. It got nasty. Have to get your damn knee replaced. Come on, bro. Not a knee job. That ain't worth a shit. That's not good news. That's not good news. I think Amy used to, I don't know if Amy, when she was in medical device sales, she might have sold, I know she worked on ankles, but she might have done knees too. Get in. We're going to learn nothing today. Stearman, how are you? Tell me something good. Scott's got to get a new knee. That wasn't good. We need better news from somebody. Somebody tell us a fishing story. Somebody tell me you caught your personal best over the weekend. Holding out for a new body. No shit, dude. No shit. Do they do those yet? Do they do those yet? Luckily, mine's pretty good. I can't complain. I'm just real I guess because I do the same thing over and over again, I'm very stiff. I need to do yoga or something to stretch me out. David has a good point. Try to get it done while it's warm so you're not sitting around and that thing's getting all cold. That's great news, Frank. Make that double money and a half money. I went to a small lake with the youngest son on Saturday. My son lost a freaking monster. Pushing 8? All right, Scott. I believe you. But what was the bait? Don't tell me a damn Ned rig. Better be something cool. Beetle spin. Bandito bug. Chatterbait. Perfect. Perfect. That'll catch an 8 for sure. They've definitely been known to do that. 2 days in a row, I won't learn anything. This idling backwaters for miles, trying to learn a new pool and find some bigger fish has been fruitless, but we can catch the dogfish on frogs. I like that. Dustin, what's up? Is there not any fish in there or what? Cracked 15 yesterday. That's pretty good. What was your bait of choice, Sam? And how deep were they? Baby jackhammer. How about that shit? How about that shit? I got a box from Builder Dude yesterday. Biggin. Great question, Morgan. Great question. What was the trailer of choice? The $1 million question. The most important question. What trailer did you choose? Daryl, you ever figure out how to start handing out asses again in those local derbs? Evo Elite, black and blue, freeloader trailer. Everybody's hammering on the everybody's keeping the chatter pieces. In their hands. It's high for this time of year. I'm guessing a 2 the foot drop before my tourney the 23rd. Trying to learn a new pool, being careful. Found smallmouth, but they are not going to win. You got to find the greenies. Dustin, on your rivers up there, are there equal populations of largemouth that live in the river and live in backwaters? Or do you not see as many largemouth in the rivers and you have to go to a backwater? Because down here, you have both. You have like a river population, and then you have like a creek population. Rock crawler. Catching them on the tungsten Evo and the mini Evo. Man, need to go throw the chatter piece around. Sounds like. Way y'all are talking, I feel like I'm going to walk outside and it's going to be like 72 degrees and like nice, not humid, miserable day. Morgan, what trailer, bro? What's the trailer of choice? We have a new comment. Let's see. Where I am, they're starting to get more flats off the main river because there's not much backwater left. I like that. That's one of my favorite things on planet Earth to fish. Old Hickory has a lot of those. Where you're just driving down the river channel and then there's like just a giant flat, like 1,000 yards off the bank. And right on the edge of the channel, it'll be like logs and shit washed in. And it's like 1.5 feet deep. AJ, what you got planned, dude? You got you got a catering job tonight? What's going on here? Spunk shad. Little dipper cut down below the mushroom head. Not what I wanted, but didn't really have anything else. Morgan, you sound like me, dude. The majority of the trailers I used back in the day, or that I became fond of using, were because I was too lazy to dig something out. So I would just look for whatever it was in the scrap pile and thread it on there. I'd use anything, which is how I came to find my favorite chatterbait trailer. But we're not learning today, so I won't release that. That's for the campers. I had to pick up some MSG and Szechuan peppercorns. What's the MSG going on? You know, MSG is not as bad as I once thought. I feel like there was a big stigma around MSG. I feel like you could I feel like it would be cool if there was like a super nerdy, like they could do this in Japan. I don't think you could pull it off here. But if you were just like so in love with the chatterbait, all you did was make like chatterbait driven stuff. Like you sold nothing but chatterbait trailers and just had all these weird designs. That's definitely very JDM. You know what's weird though? Correct me if I'm wrong. I've watched probably way too many hours of Japanese bass fishing programs. And I don't know that I've ever, like you see those like 1v1 like tournaments they have, and just like in any of those like fishing shows that I follow on the tube, I don't know that I've ever seen one of those dudes throw a chatterbait. Strangely, like I feel like it's way down the list of like there's like 10 other baits those dudes rather throw before they threw a chatterbait. And I feel like it's so heavily relied on here, like it's weird that you don't see it more over there. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's not nerdy enough for them. Like it's too dumb. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like they'll throw anything but that. Y'all watch those videos? Do y'all watch that type of program? I'm missing. Just throw the shit out of some free rigs. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like they'll throw the shit out of a free rig, but you never see them with a chatterbait. Yeah, I mean, maybe they were throwing them like 10 years ago, and they're like so far ahead of that it's really that old. I don't know. I don't know. It seems like the chatterbait though has had like there was a minute there where people were like, they don't eat a chatterbait as good as they used to. The spinnerbait bite is better. Spinnerbait bite is back. But it seems like that didn't last very long, and dudes just said screw it, and they're back on the chatterbait. Bobby, not here, not here. You have to go find another program. You have to go find another one. We don't do that. We're not doing that. I really don't. I don't know. There was a time, like, I don't know, 2012, 2011, 2010, where it was probably like 2010 when I relied heavily on a chatter piece. But in recent times I've kind of gotten away from it. I'm throwing a spinnerbait more. I think that the main reason for that was because I never threw a spinnerbait a lot growing up. So I've been trying to like learn, or not learn, but just kind of make up for lost time. Tyler, I feel like, call me crazy, but I feel like that would not be the hardest thing to make at home. Like, I feel like that would be the perfect thing to make with like remelts, like remelt your old plastics and just make giant worms out of it. I mean, it's straight tail, isn't it? And it's pretty thin. Like, I feel like it would be super easy to make a mold of that and just sit in your garage and heat up a bunch of old plastics and pour them in the damn pipe. That's understandable. That's understandable. That sounds like a project for BBC. Where's he at? BBC? Get in the long worm game. We're talking about soft plastics. Don't get it twisted. The homeless gentleman. I don't watch his program anymore. After his dock fishing video that I think he removed, I no longer paid attention. I took my views elsewhere. An RR7, RR meaning Risto wrap, but you didn't learn that here. Medium diving burns. Fingernail people. Bobby, you probably wouldn't like me because kiddo's been getting pretty wild on the finger painting here lately. Take a pass. What happened in the dock video? So it was him and some dude, and they were fishing around some docks somewhere. I'm pretty sure one of them plinked something off the pontoon, and the people were like, "Hey, can you not hit my boat?" Or whatever. Like, you know, they said, "Hey, we're up here. We heard that. Like, go fish another dock." And dude mouthed on the I don't remember what he said, but it was like he might have called the lady a bitch or said "fuck you" to her or something. It was just like, bro, y'all hit their boat, right? I mean, but it was I think it backfired because he posted the video and people were like, "Yeah, you're kind of a shithead, dude," and then it kind of kept going. I think it got removed. I think he removed it. I don't know if it ever got reposted or not, but I don't think it went the way he wanted it to. But I don't know. I don't know. It didn't sound good. And the thing about it is, it didn't sound like it was like it sounded like an older couple. Like they weren't like 30 or 40. You know what I mean? They were like older in age. You're gonna really like go there with like a 65, 70-year-old granny? Like, whatever, dude. But like I said, I don't know what happened to that video. It was on the gram for a while, like a day. So, see if it resurfaced. It was on the back of some dude's like bass tracker. How much is just dude post? Does he post often? No. I think you should be able to find it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. We're back to 2024. I think it was one of those. I'm going to post this Karen dock owner video, and it's probably going to go viral. And it went viral backwards. That's what I'm saying, Morgan. Like, how does like help me make sense of that? Help me make sense of that. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, playing baseball in the street and then like bouncing a ball off of somebody's house and then being like, hey, move your house. Hello, builder dude. I'm taping up your baits. Marty is. He's cranking him. He's cranking his hog faster than I can paint hogs. Burns is a certified hog cranker. Builder dude, is the Copenhagen bill going up since you retired? Scott, you're probably right. You're probably right. A full-time sander and bait prepper. How weird would that be? For me to just show up and just have racks of baits to paint and didn't have to do anything but paint. That wouldn't work so good this week because I think I'm gonna have to do daddy daycare because mother-in-law going out of town Wednesday for a week, so there will be no child care other than you know who. There you go, Scott. Come on down for a visit. You can do your knee therapy down here. Take a little time off. Hello, Clay. What's new? Did you get your boat project done? You're giving me a little PTSD digging around in that little bitty crevice they gave you on the bow of your boat. It's like my dad's boat. I could, Hayden. I certainly could. I didn't know. I figured Arkansas would have the cheap Copenhagen. I figured Arkansas would have deals on the snuff. Taxes. Yeah. Those suck. Not a big fan of those. Not a big fan of those. Six gauge and put it back together. Sounds like you got it reasonably on your side. No deals on snuff ever. Pretty weak. Pretty weak, Arkansas. Hook the builder dude up with some savings on his Copenhagen. If you don't, he'll be zenning on your ass. I hear a pack of cigarettes are 12 to 15 bucks. That's almost a buck a cig. That's pretty pricey. This one. And this one. Booze was hard to buy in Arkansas? Did you visit recently, AJ? They're going to start selling 10 packs. You're probably right. You're probably right. Start selling Lucy's again. Hard to find a place that sells it. Never tried to buy booze in Arkansas. Russellville is dry AF. Dry as frick. Dry as fudge. Huh. Who knew? $12.75 a pack, says Brian. Ouch. Russellville. How was your trip to Russellville, AJ, besides not being able to get booze? Is that recent? Dry and wet. We have that, and it's so stupid because, like, people get it. You know what I mean? Like, They just drive to the next county. Like it's not like people are going to booze if they're going to booze. It's the same with gambling. It's so stupid that the state of Alabama doesn't allow gambling or the lottery, because everybody plays the lottery and everybody goes to casinos. They just do it in Mississippi. Like, why not just take all that money into the state? The reason I heard that it would never get passed was because nobody could come to an agreement on how the money would be structured. Like, apparently, like a lottery in the money that they receive from the lottery, how they, I don't even know how you would word it, but how they distribute it is considered like a this like generalized fund, and the people who were for the lottery wanted the money allocated like a certain way, and the people who were against it wanted it allocated as a general kind of thing to where you could like grab at it. And apparently those are the crooked son of a bitches that wanted it allocated that way so they could steal it, pretty much. So a bunch of crooked folks kept that from happening. It has nothing to do. People always say, "Oh, it's the Bible Belt," and it's always like that kind of stuff. It's not. It's not. General fund equals theft. Exactly. And all the people that were against it, Burns, wanted the lottery money put into a general fund, and the people that were for it did not. And they kept canceling each other out when it would come up for a vote, and nothing has ever happened. So, like I said, it has nothing to do with religion or anything like that. It's all, you're not letting me steal enough. Weed's legal over there? I didn't know that. Wasn't aware of that. Who knew? $30-foot cabin cruisers. Talk to Sam Axe. He can hook you up. He can hook you up. All right. I need sticks. I need sticks, and we can go paint some. Speaking of break from the heat, our old buddy Josh Heron, Shadow Designs, old boy just got done with a 2-week bender on Lake Erie, St. Lawrence River. Dude said that place was stupid, which came as no surprise, but I guess until you experience it, you really don't know what to expect. Weed, booze, and gambling at every gas station in the state. There you go. Well, the crazy thing is, like Georgia, like all their lottery money, like pretty much sends thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of kids to school, like college, and their schools are great, supposedly because of the lottery. I don't live in Georgia, but that's the rumor. Like that'd be pretty sweet to have here, but instead, like my dad has been driving to Florida, and my grandmother and aunt have been driving to Florida to buy lotto tickets for the last like 50 years, dude. Like everybody does that. Everybody does that. Found a mint one for 18K with twin 200 Yammies. Sounds reliable with the Yammy hammers on it. You talking about weed, Bobby? I'm not a big fan of that either. I'm all for like if you want to smoke weed, smoke it up, but don't smoke out me and my kids sitting at a red light. Like that shit pisses me off so bad. Really pisses me off. Yeah, it's very rude. It's very rude. Barnes, I liked them. I hadn't got to go through them too much. But the top water looked real sexy. That's how it is in Boston. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because you're a nice guy, Clay, and you're like respectful of people in their space. You're not a dipshit like the population of Mobile. Scott, it's kind of like a bandit and a wigglewort had like a baby. It's kind of thick. Lexan. I don't know. Builder Dude could tell you more about it. Most open smoking you've seen is in Oklahoma. That's interesting. I don't recall. I've been through Oklahoma the last 20 years going hunting, and I don't recall much smoking, but we just typically drive through. It's not like we hang out there. Most we stop in Oklahoma is at a gas station, so I really don't know. But that is kind of a surprising factoid. Is that a Cross Canadian Ragweed concert? Oh, that's the one with was that the one with Turnpike? In Oklahoma, there are 10 weed shops for every one person. Wow. Had no clue. Had no clue. That just doesn't seem like that seems more like a drinking man's event. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't strike me as like I want to go see Turnpike and like fire up a blunt. Drink a Budweiser? Yes. And somebody answer me this. What is it with these younger dipshits all drinking Mick Ultra? I guess they got to keep the cows down. The weed shops are starting to hurt for income. It's cheaper on the black market. Interesting. Yeah, guys, just buy your weed the old-fashioned way from a drug dealer. Vultures are only for hungover Sundays and golf courses. That's kind of what I thought. Chinese mafia. Interesting. Young dudes drink seltzers and twisted teas. Oh man, what is this world coming to? What is this world coming to? I guess they got to watch the cows. Scott, they are. I just got to take pictures of them. I was going to try and put them on the site with the Burnsies, all those. I was trying to do one big hoorah so I can, like, if people wanted to get those, throw them in the box and it's all shipped together rather than like sprinkle it and somebody be like, oh, I wanted that shit. I wish they would have been up yesterday and you could have thrown it in my box or whatever. So I'm going to try and put all these up at once. At once. But I might have to come back to tonight. Dude, I must say, whoever owns Bagley has done a really piss poor job of promoting these crankbaits. In fact, they haven't promoted them at all. I wonder if they think they suck. Or what if they just have nobody, like they don't have like a crankbait to guru on their pro staff that can like talk about them. What's the plan for the website products? Good question. Still trying to figure that out. Like I don't understand the Bagley thing. Like they don't promote them. They just put them on sale. Is that their way of promoting? Is like getting them in more hands of people because they're on sale? I don't know. Minnow moper and a sight fisherman. Is Canterbury still on Bagley or is he gone? Did they have Drew Benton? Who's on the Bagley Pro staff? I don't think they'll buy these. I don't think they'll go through all these. Stearman, this is a lot. And there's another 50 behind these. This is 50. I mean, that's 100 baits. That's a lot of baits. It's a lot of baits. I still got to do some crawl colors. I don't know what that's going to be. Scott Canterbury. As seen on Scott Martin YouTube, he was Scott Martin's, him and Matt Airy room with Scott Martin. He's won some stuff. North Alabama guy. Coosa River guy. Yeah, he might have parted ways with Bagley, or Bagley might have parted ways with him. Yeah, I guess whoever at Bagley is throwing out pro staff positions, they're the ones that need to be evaluated, because they're obviously doing a piss poor job. Pick somebody that likes to crank. I know somebody. Kevin Short. Although he doesn't fish professionally now, the dude would make hella badass videos for them. Stearman, it's not a terrible idea. Not a terrible idea. I sent K Pink. I talked to K Pink multiple times. He said, I got a baseball game to go to. I've got this shit to do. It's like, okay, cool. I'll try you later. Next week, he's on Bass After Dark. Oh, well, you've been busy for the last 3 weeks, and then, magically, you're free. Funny. But he's the one who wasted his 3 hours of his life sitting there listening to Cliff Pace talk, so I wasn't mad. I was glad. It's like, oh, you're such a highly revered guest. You just get to sit there in the corner and hold up a sign every 45 minutes so people know you're breathing. What a wonderful use of your time on this prestigious show where you don't get to speak. Scott, you need to dig you out some painters. Dig you out a painter box. I owe you. I owe you painters. So pick them out and send them to me. I am in debt, and I need to pay my debt. If I had to name 3 pro staff to Bagley, who would it be? 2 would have to be currently touring pros. And a YouTuber. I don't know any YouTubers. I'm really out of the loop on that. Pro staff. Let me look. I don't even. Where do you even find that? Let's look up the Bass roster. Matt Robertson. Is he crank? I'll tell you who I'd get. I know it right now before I even saw his name. I got to find it though. Where is he? Where is he? Bo Browning, number 1. Put him on the list. Put him on the Tacklecraft payroll. Who else? Maybe Welcher. Yeah, give me Bo Browning and Welcher. Builder dude, these new ones last good. I feel like these new ones are built way more durable than the old ones. Definitely, I think they upgraded in that department. But I think they're probably also like car manufacturers. Like, you know, they want their shit to last a little while, but not forever. Randy Howell. Randy Howell could probably. I guess he can still sell some baits. Takahiro, yeah. Takahiro would be great. The problem is Takahiro is void of any social media presence. Like, it's like that dude like hides. He would be awesome, dude. He would be awesome. Dude, and Scott, great point. Clunn, they could have probably picked up for dirt cheap. And he's got plenty of time now. And they could have done like a Rick Clunn balsa honeybee like thing and like let Clunn talk about Bagley's shit, dude. That was awesome. I think Welcher could talk about him, and he could, you know, he'd probably throw him, maybe some. But Bo Browning, I think, would throw him, and I like Bo. Have a classic series and make bank. You would think, Scott. I mean, because the the crazy thing is there was no better time for that to happen, because it's like the dude was like floundering around looking for sponsors. You know what I mean? Like 6th Sense picked him up for a season, and then they dropped him, and then whoever else picked him up. Like he's pogoing, like ping ponging between like whoever will throw $1 at him. I feel like Hackney can definitely sell some shit, I think, but I feel like Hackney's a little too vague. He's hung around Van Damme too much, where you get like 20% of the truth, I feel like he's not lying, he's just not telling you everything. They first need to remember how to make their own baits. Yes, because this is nothing like a Bagley. There's like, this might as well not even be called a Bagley. There's the way it's built, the shape and size, like it's not a Bagley. I mean, it is, but like they should have named it something else, because it's not a B1. Jordan? No, looks nothing like a B1. It looks more. It looks more. I think they got confused with a E1. I think they got confused with an E1. If they would have put the line tie in the lip, it would have been very, very E1-ish. Just a little thinner. Which would be cool. If I worked for Bagley, I'd say, hey, or if I was on their bro staff and they said, Tacklecraft dude, what do you think we should do? I said, I think you should make a Tacklecraft edition and chop the line tie out of the nose and put it in the bill. Whoa, that's badass. I'm like, yeah, I know. Brent Chapman. Yeah, Brent Chapman has been caught on camera throwing a B3 around. I have seen that with my own 2 eyes. I forgot about old Brent Chapman. Does he have his own show? Didn't he have a show? Didn't Lee Sisson say that the B1 came out because the machine making up weird sized baits, and they found a little weird chopped up one, and they just made it the B1? Other than a B4, man, I love some Bs, but a B4 ain't one of them. That thing looks stupid underwater. I know y'all probably heard me say that, but it's like reeling in a jerkbait. It looks dumb. It was not fluid and sexy like a 3. It was clunky. Just think of how many OG series baits Rapala has sold, make them a higher price point and put Clean's name on it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know who was I don't know who was in charge of Bagley. But well, I guess it changed. Rapala bought him, wasn't it? Didn't Rapala buy him? And then they had him for a little bit. And then I don't know if they went from there to Northland. And then Northland got bought by GSM. And now they're I did not remember the stupid B4. Well, let's look at one. Let's look at that. Let's look at one of those things. I mean, when I first figured out what the B3 would do, I thought, damn, I'm going to get the B4 and like just catch nothing but fives, pluses. And then I threw it in the water and it was like, ugh, no thanks, no likey. It did not translate, boys. Clay, I think I could do something with Bagley maybe if they haven't run it in the ground too far. But part of me thinks that you could just start anew and just kind of do it without the name, because I don't think the name means as much anymore, which is basically what you would be buying. No, I got stoked about the B4 before I ever threw one, and I was very sad to see the swim. I don't know if sad's the right word. Repulsed. Repulsed would be a better word. I am halfway there, which is funny because I don't even know what the scales look. I don't have any Bagleys with scales on them. What the Bagley name could be bought for? I mean, I have a feeling that it's about to go by the wayside and they're just going to roll all their products into Northland, because it seems like that's what they're doing anyway. They're putting all their rebranding, seems like the Sunny Bees and shit, into like walleye baits. So I'm guessing Bagley might disappear. I don't know. Clickbait Live. Your viewers learn something. Do they have to leave? Yes. You don't have to leave. You just have to close your ears and forget what you learned. If you learned anything, don't learn that Bagley Bossa B4s are good. That's what you learned. that the Bagley Balsa B4 is the best crankbait they ever made for shallow cranking. An actual B4 that would thump. I don't know that it would work. Not that it wouldn't, no. It would work, but I think that the body profile is wrong. You know how a jerkbait, when you reel a jerkbait in, just looks stupid because it's so long? That's how a B4 looks to me. And it's something to do with like when they're shorter, there's a point where it looks kind of like it wiggles enough to where the bait's short enough that it kind of looks like this because of the speed of the bait. But a 4 is so long that no matter how fast you crank it, it still looks like a square. Like it doesn't have that. It doesn't trick your eye like that. Sleeper cell of a bait company, but nobody knows because the guys that use it lie about it. Possibly. And Clay, I've said it. I guess that's what the pros can't say. These are not like consistently well made baits. There's little variances in the line ties, but at their core, they're pretty good. And they're line through. If you like that, that's different. They've got a lot going for them, but nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about them. But if you just look at one out of the pack, it doesn't look that great. They need a facelift. But the key about them is they're wonky. They run a little weird. They run a little goofy. You gotta keep an eye on them. They're like toddlers. You can't just like throw them out in the playground and just close your eyes. You gotta watch them. It's the toddler of crankbaits. The thing about it is, though, they do catch the shit out of fish. Astronauts, Walt, talk to me, bro. What's happening? I saw cranks at the Tackle Shack for $34.99, and they had my attention. Imagine a premium TK bag for $39. People would respect it more. Possible. What crank at the Tackle Shack was $34.99? I wonder. Like a production bait? You can't over crank them. No, not really. I feel like you can move them pretty good, but I could see where you can you could over crank one. Sold the old Ranger. What'd you get? Rivonic. What the hell is that? Let me see what a $34.99 crankbait looks like. Where are these out of? Japan? Yeah, they look pretty. They look like your average Japanese crankbait. Lipless looks kind of like it looks like one of those raids and one of those ones that are like the jigging ones had a baby. Another Ranger. Go figure. Go figure. Got rid of that damn Ranger. Went and bought me one just like it. Bought me one just like it. Well, what do you know about Bagley, the current Bagley establishment? Do you own one? Do you think that there is value in that brand anymore? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Do you think the name Bagley still it means nothing? There you go. So the price is plummeting for the purchase of Bagley. Yeah, I think. Do you think they've run their name into the ground, getting passed around, and nobody really doing anything with it, and making like weird products that nobody talks about? Oh, I don't know. We were just talking that it can't be worth much anymore. Like just the name, like aside from products, like if you were just to purchase the name Bagley after GSM takes all their baits and pushes them into the Northland brand and revamps all the hard baits from Bagley into walleye baits. Get Josh to help me acquire it. I don't think I want it, honestly. I don't think I want it because it seems like it's like that Raggedy Ann doll that's like haunted. I feel like Jim Bagley's haunting that brand, and anybody that touches it after him just it's like a damn trap. It is under GSM now. Well, it was under Northland, and then Northland got bought out by GSM, so now they're all GSM. Annabelle, yeah, Bagley is the Annabelle of lure companies. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with. I don't know what the deal is with that brand. Hannah Bagley. That's what they should be referred to as, because I don't know. Mike Rogers. He was the guy who owned it during the Takahiro era, and I feel like he did pretty good. I guess. I mean, that was the last time I paid attention to it. I feel like they sold a fair amount of the original series Bagleys. But I don't know really what his recipe was. He was a numbers guy, and he worked under Jim. I don't know what caused him to part ways with Bagley. Yeah, you had Takahiro. But there was also the problem with that win was nobody ever believed Takahiro was throwing that bait. A lot of people thought he was throwing an H&T. A lot of people thought he was throwing an older, like brass Bagley from the 70s. A lot of people thought he was throwing something else, like custom made. But I've seen the owner at the time say that Takahiro used to paint and build Takahiro his own like order. Like he'd order like cases of it at the time. And And I don't know that did Takahiro ever anybody ever get in that dude's boat and be like, show me the bait that you wanted on and like take a picture of it? Has that ever been seen to this day? Has anybody gone to Takehiro's house and said, hey dude, 2004, like Wiley or whatever, I want to see the bait? And he'd say, I got to go. Yeah, he probably filtered through a handful. I always thought those baits were pretty consistent for the most part. I had my special one, I guess. In here. There it is. For some reason, I would guess you could say this one was special for some reason. Wish you could see inside that divot. It's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. So is the bottom. Like, there you can see. I mean, this thing has had these shit thrown out of it. And I don't even like Fire Tiger. Look at that. Look at that damn grind on the top. Professional glue job. That's the one you need for tomorrow night. This son of a butt get you paid. Is the Messiah showing up? Send him an invite, Morgan. Got this feller from out west that likes for me to paint his crankbaits for him. And this dude has a like endless supply of these mussels from Jackal. I've painted hundreds of these things. Tonnage. Takahiro only throws awesome stuff. I mean, you got to think. Dude's got like at the time, Takahiro had whatever Bagley he wanted. You know what I mean? Like he had them from the first run till the current run. And that's the one he chose to throw. With the spin tail, because I feel like that's the only Bangalore. Get around them knees, post spawn. It's good pre-spawn bait too, surprisingly, because it's so slow. Get up around them knees. But I mean, Bagley still makes those. Why does nobody talk about that? You know what I mean? Maybe it's because the guys that they have on their pro staff don't know that there's a spintail Bagley bite that's like hugely awesome, and they don't know what to do with them. You know what I mean? Who have you ever seen make a spin tail Banga lure video? Yeah, it's funny, Walt, when you start talking certain baits and certain things, like all the cypress tree guys go, I know what you mean. It's like this weird cult. We all know. And it's weird because it's like they make like guys from across the country, like all have like, I guess their friends have talked to their friends and word has gotten around, but like all the cypress tree dudes know a lot of all the same stuff no matter where you're from. When you think you do something that's like regional to you, you figure out that like all the cypress tree dudes know it. There you go, boys. It's the damn sauce right there. Goldie. Here's a real old one. Painted with them. It's ready. It's ready to do battle. I do like a double source. I do like a double source. When the Lucky Craft, you know, when like Lucky Craft hit and like everything Lucky Craft made was badass, and you like, I know me as a kid, I thought everything that Lucky Craft makes, if they make an equivalent to something I like, the Lucky Craft is just going to be better. So they made that like double prop. I forget what they called it. Splash something. But I was like, man, this thing looks so sexy. Like I'm never gonna have to throw a devil's horse again. Wrong. That thing sucked. I don't know what it was. It wasn't shitty enough. I don't know what the deal was. Was it the splash tail? Was that the one with both? Or was that just the one with the one on the back? Can't remember. They had a bunch. But they never that one didn't blow my dress up too much. Shaw said he had a Bagley ton on this morning. No shit. Where are they at? Where's Shaw fishing? Did y'all see that show they did at Shaw's house and they went to his garage? That dude had Premier Plus spinnerbaits hanging on his wall from like 93. Like hundreds of them. Yeah, they had the Kelly J. I didn't fall in love with that one either. I think the splash tail was the single prop. I think the double tail had the double spin one had a different name. Let's see. Lucky Craft. Probably can't even find it anymore. Open eBay. It was called the splash tail. The one with the front had the splash, had the they called the splash tail. The one with the one on the front. So that was it. Did some balsa crankbaits like in the Mimic era, the custom shop ones. I feel like those sold pretty well. What was the Lucky Craft popper with the prop? Oh, I don't remember. I had one over here somewhere. Oh. It was probably was it their equivalent to this? The Binksy? Big noise, big splash. Never thrown any of the prop jerks. Their niche. I've never thrown them around grass. I know a lot of guys down in South Florida throw them around grass, but around here you throw them around cypress trees, and you fish them crazy slow. It's like a weird. It's like an art form in itself. Fishing a. Some people fish them different, but I've seen some guys have some really weird techniques on how they fish them, but it's typically crazy slow. Just like little. Like I've heard guys say they don't want the tail to go under the water, like they just splash the head enough to where the head goes to, like bobs, and the tail never dives. But I think it's pretty much the same thing for grass guys that fish around grass. They do the same thing. But it's typically a pre and post spawn thing around cypress trees. I need to get a. I don't know who the. I don't know who the Walt. Who's the local like Toledo Rayburn Spintail guru? Never submerge the bait. See, it's like we've never discussed this, and he is a cypress tree guy. I'm a cypress tree guy. How is it that we both know that you never submerge the bait? Does that seem odd to y'all? You just dunk the head? That's what I'm talking about. Like even down to like that. It's bizarre. But don't learn anything here. We're not here to learn. That is a good question. How does all this folklore make its way around? I guess the old buddy network. Somebody'd call somebody's house phone back in the day and say, "Hey man, you tried one of these spintails down there? I know you got a bunch of cypress trees down there. You should try this thing. You should real slow, barely twitch it. Sorry, Morgan. You think Harold Allen? You think he's got a? You think he's like dialed with the spin tail? Like at some point in his career, you think that was like tied on a bunch? Oh no, I would guarantee you on the Elite Series right now, the only person riding around with like a twitch spin tail Bangalore is maybe Bernie Schultz. Show us how to Texas rig. Unfortunately, Travis, that's the kind of dumb shit that gets views. People never get tired of novice tips because there's way more noobs, I think, than there is like nerds. George Cochran, you might have. You might have done a little spinning. I'm trying to think who would have been a spin tail guy. This one? This old piece of junk? What's in it? Let's see what's in it. Huh, weird. Weird. What are those doing in there? Ugh, they all have spinners on them. Good. Do these dumbass things. Wheeler might. I could see Wheeler is very Wheeler knows the ways of the past. He's a student of the game. Hackney has probably tossed one around some knees, I bet. I feel like it's a little too slow for Hackney. He'd probably get all weird. Possible. I mean, not that he's doing that, but like when they go to the Sabine, if they would go early in the year or at a decent time, I could see him pulling something like that out. Chris Lane even thrown a lane changer. I don't even know what a lane changer is. I don't know what other kind of old geezer might be well versed in the ways of the spin tail. I'll be piped down, bro. Old Keith, he's pretty good with the spin tail. He don't ever throw one anymore, so I don't keep him on the list. I feel like if you're a real diehard, you got to keep it in the rotation. I ain't seen that dude throw one since I've known him. Man. His eye is really in there. Who makes this plug? High DEP Crank 88. Rolling. Somebody else can ask that scumbag. It's not gonna be me. Unless you're talking about Zell rolling, and he probably knows. He probably knows a little bit of something, a little something, something. What is a lane changer? Bobby, flipping the front hook hanger around or leave it stock? What are we talking about? You do the same thing with the Rapala minnow. I used to kill them with a regular minnow. No tail blade. That's sacrilege. No proper Southern man would be caught with a damn Rapala minnow in his box. Had to be a Bagley. The high roller, yeah, that was those were made of pine, I believe. If memory serves me, that was the high rollers were made of yellow pine. The Devil's Horse, interesting. It's pretty Florida of Bobby Lane. Kind of cool though. That's kind of cool. Lane changer. Funny name. Where's my split ring pliers? Anybody seen them? Oh, you want to see some colors? So this thing right here, I went for a copper green. Some of you may have thrown that Lucky Craft around, but this is the straight up boner version. Yeah, that's right. Copper green Magic Scales boner edition. You need the 69 1-to-1 crank ratio reel to crank this hog. 69 1-to-1. If you don't have it, email me and I will send you the bearing kit to upgrade, the gear kit. So I did this one a while back, and it's very, very sexual. So I wanted to do like a sister or brother or cousin to that color. So I came up with this one. So they would be like a little matchy kind of pair. So this one's blue on the bottom. This one's purple. And they've got a little different tops. They're sexy. I'll take better pictures. This one really, I'll talk about it later. This is my fall go-to. There's the pinky. I did this is like the Morning Dawn Tennessee Shad. Can't see that one's again. Let me find one. It's dark. Morning Dawn Tennessee Shad. Tennessee Morning Dawn, we'll call it. And then I've got various magic scales. This is kind of like a Wagasaki kind of just kind of clear watercolor. Then we got the like a thread fin kind of color. Lots of hog cranking going on here. Lots of hog cranking. No, Bobby, those were just out of my brain to put on the website. Doing things that I enjoy. Those were a passion project. Don't forget about the He-Man edition. What else? Anything else hiding? Did some more blue scales, like blue shift to green. It's like kind of like a citrus shad kind of look. It'll probably get throttled. Bobby, I was thinking about that, dude. Like, there's I don't get too like I'm not superstitious. I'm just stitious. But there's something to those scales, dude. I don't know if it's like the water clarity that I fish or what it is, but I've had freaky things happen on those baits with the scales. No, those are not for Eric. He doesn't get the scales. The scales are private. Those are for me. Those don't get outsourced. Because I really have to want to do it because it's such a pain in the dick. So no, those are not. You don't call the planer dude and say, I want 50 scaled baits. I mean, I might do them, but it's going to cost. Because the first thing you have to do is you have to design the scale pattern around the shape of the bait. So that takes forever. The Hellcat with the scales, my God, it catches. You ain't wrong, Scott. That son of a bitch was pretty. You're a fair amount of stitches. Correct. I sent one to the Messiah, and I don't know if he's used it yet, but he should. He told last I heard from him, I called him, and because I sent him a box. I think I've told this story, but I sent him a box, and he didn't. He never said anything. Like, hey, thanks for the box, and I called him. And it's like, did you get a box from me? And he's like, got it yesterday. So what do you mean you got it yesterday? It's like I sent it like 2 weeks ago, or I sent it 3 weeks ago. And he's like, yeah. He's like, it was on my front porch. And he said, UPS man put it on the front porch. And he said, we don't ever go out there. And he said, my wife happened to be going up there to water a plant or something and saw the box on the door and walked out here and gave it to me. It's like, did you open it? It's like, yeah, that little shiny square bill is still sitting on my nightstand beside the bed. He said, I stare at it. He said, I rub on it before I go to bed at night. It's like, I hear you. I said, well, you need to go throw that one. But don't know if he has or not. I don't know how much fishing he's been doing. Seems like a little bit, but the Messiah needs to get on that one. Get on it. I gotta order more pads. At least, Clay. At least. Not to mention the damage that it does to my eyes trying to apply them and my nerves. I'll tell you what, I sure did used to love oval split rings, but I hate taking them son of a bitches off. Good googly moogly. Good googly moogly. They are a pain in the ass. Sent my data box and he lives 100 miles away. Took 2 weeks and went through Indianapolis. Interesting. If I had a Hellcat SV1 and RF7 with the scales, I'd be good for life. I'm telling you, dude, there's something to those damn things. I have caught more big fish on that scaled ship than normal. And I don't even fish. I mean, I do, but like, let's have a look. Where's a box? Let's see how sexy that would look. See how sexy this would look. It was like a production thing. Should we do that one? Hey. Definitely needs hooks, but look how much sexier that looks. Is this a B1? Yeah. You will probably be seeing a scaled Burns bait come up. Just a forewarning. I've got my eye on one that he just recently sent. The Hellcat XL. Well, let's see. Is that one? It's large and in charge. What's this one? It's big too. There's a lot of balsa in this bag, like large stuff. Oh, these are the ones. These are the ones that get me throbbing. Oh boy, debate. Wait, who are you barking at? I don't know if I should show that. That's enough of that. In case Cliff Pace is watching. I don't want to see it on Woodbake Country next week. Where's my wife? The Hellcat 2 size from years ago would vibrate you up the boat. Yeah, that middle one would. It was very aggressive. I like aggressive. The last of the root lips. Oof. 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 Don't like that. Don't like that. Did I do a cracked root yet? A high-speed root? I feel like I cracked a root. Mid diver, AJ, come on, bro. Who's mid diving over here? Uh-oh. What did I do with that split ring? I think oh, there it is. I was about to say, I think I lost one of this feller's split rings. Marty is embracing the deep. Don't do it, builder dude. Don't let them suck you into that poo-poo land. All right, York, good talking to you. Hope the knee's all right. Don't let them talk you into that poo-poo depth. I'm going to win. Bobby Bossip threw in a bid. He's building bridges now. Darius, when you going back out on the water? You ever see Onum out there? Darius? You ever cruising down the lake and see those flowing blonde locks out there floating around, bobbing around in the lake? Good Lord, dude, I can't see. Might be time for your boy to get some glasses. This split ring is like fused together. I'm actually still. Open, you piece of junk. Dude, I'm about to rip this thing off. See Mark Menendez more. How about that? You swing in and talk to him? I think Scott disappeared. He retired to the depths of work. I need like regular pliers. This thing will not open. Pair of reading glasses. You're probably right. I hate these split rings. It's the Jackal ones, and they only have a top that overlap, and the bottom is a single. Dude, something's wrong with the split ring. It's like been rolled or something happened to it. It's like fused. Somebody bent it or something's going on. It's out of whack. Oh yeah, it's bent. No wonder it won't split. Dude, I'm gonna snip this thing off. Finally. At this rate, I'm never gonna. Great big smallmouth cruise around at night. DRT deep cranks, I have seen them. I've had a few folks send me pictures of those. They're massive. They're very DRT-ish. I think that's what makes them cool, is when you see them, you think, that's a DRT. No confusion. This is the Blitz Max DR. Cool bait. I think it's bigger than a 10XD. DK's got a stash of a lot of stuff. Got a stash of a lot of stuff. Oh, come on, piece of garbage. Piece of garbage. I don't need that. You need a specific setup probably for that thing. Not user friendly. Or maybe it is. Maybe they engineered it to not rip your arm off. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. You didn't like the KO of the Blitz Max? I told you that story about the guy sending me a bunch of the blanks to paint. Where did you get your blanks from, AJ? Maybe that makes a difference. And were they the Mac or were they the regular size one? The smaller size? I never threw. I haven't thrown a. They were the smaller size. Okay, yeah, that's the one. That's the ones the dude sent me. And I think he got them at Barlow's, possibly somewhere like that. And he loved them. He said there wasn't any difference in them. I don't know where yours came from, but he said those were good. Surprise! Come on, bro. What surprised you? Builder dude's here. You're gonna upset the builder dude that you were surprised his baits worked as good as they did. They're good baits. That is for sure. That is for sure. Builder dude sprinkles a little bit of magic in all of them. By magic, I mean Copenhagen granules. I bought some Zaps KOs at Casey's today. No way, dude. I tried those imposter Zaps from there. They were trash, dude. So like New Orleans, whatever they call them, New Orleans style Casey's chips. Nah. Nah. They must have changed their recipe. And cat hair. There you go. It's Ball giving up the real juice now. Giving up the juice now. Cat hair. Copenhagen. These damn things. Need to be removed from Earth. There's one thing I'd like to see going away from the fishing industry is single-sided oval split ring. Deprived of flavor. I have heard that. I have heard the rumor of that. So you're telling me if you got like the full octane version, people would run for the hills and say, "Ugh, those things are spicy. Too spicy." Hence the run to the MSG store. DD22. I hear you, Darius. I didn't think anybody threw those, but me and AJ. Judging by DD22 said. Hey. These go in their own bag. The cases are more vinegary. I know those snaps to order those in. Oh man, what a shame. AJ, I really wish you could taste that before they got sold out. Those were the good ones. Those would make your nose run. They were like super good spicy. Not anymore. Not anymore. I've never had a problem. I feel like tuning instability was never bait specific. I feel like it was period of production specific. Like if you got a DD22 that ran like shit, the deep little ends, the middle ends, the baby ends, all like everything was going to run like shit during that like production time. Because I've got a bunch of baits that were like all bought at the same time, and they're different sizes, and a lot of those run bad. And I bought a lot of used ones. But you can kind of tell by the color when they were made, and they get a little wonky in different, just the whole lineup. I don't know if they were using like if it was like the wire they were getting was tempered weird, or something in the production was going weird, but I feel like it was across the board wonkiness. Friday assembly possible, yeah. Because I had some middle ends that I could not, for the life of me, tune, and it would really make me mad because it'd be like a color I was excited about trying. I had this chrome one that had like chartreuse and blue, like tiger stripes down the side, and I was like, man, I'm gonna crush them on this thing. I took it out there and threw it, and it wouldn't run. I was like, do I not know how to tune a crankbait? But I changed everything on it, and I could never get that piece of shit to run. So I kept it though, still here. Still here. All right, what else do we have here? More clunk baits. The XTs that didn't run were never going to run. I could see that. No, I feel like some of those old Normans, they'd get loosey goosey in the line tie, and once they kind of got wallered out a little bit, that was it. They were done. They were done. But all right, I gotta go pee, and I'm gonna put on the afterburners and try to get all the stuff off so we can get out of here. But maybe we'll talk tomorrow. I might come. I'll probably be on dad duty starting Wednesday, but I'll probably try and come up here and work at night. So maybe we'll do a nighttime program, nighttime broadcast. Not yet, Brian. I have to paint them. They're right there ready for paint. So they'll coming up though. But good talking to everybody. That'll be good. We'll do it again next time. Adios.